I'm doing a project on India. Could you tell me a little bit? All I know about is the economy.
Well, I'm actually somewhat of an expert on their government and legal systems. So, like America, their government is a democracy and it's divided into the three branches: judicial, legislative, and executive. The legislative branch is divided into two houses: the Council of States and the House of the People. The House of the People has 545 seats, and two people can be appointed by the president. The Council of States, which is kind of the higher legislative house, has 245 seats, and 12 of them can be appointed by the president. Now, what the legislative branch does is it passes laws similar to what our legislative branches do, but they all have to be approved by the judicial branch, which is cut into the Supreme Court and then lower courts. Supreme Court members can be appointed by the president, who is part of the executive branch. The executive branch also has a prime minister, which is different than the U.S. So, as well as having a president who kind of appoints people, they have a prime minister who's really the chief of government and the head of the executive branch. And their legal system is very similar to ours, except they have a lot more ties to religion, such as how in a lot of India it is illegal to kill and eat cows, which is related to their religion, because cows are sacred.
Oh, that's cool. Do you know anything about religion?
Oh, I do really. Well, there are many religions in India. The main religion in India is called Hinduism. Hinduism is a polytheistic religion that is the third largest religion in the world and the oldest religion in the world. Although Hinduism is the most prominent religion in India, there are many other religions such as Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. Although majority of India celebrate Hinduism, these other religions are celebrated by many people and contribute to India's diverse culture. Government officials are often biased by religion and make laws concerning one or another religion. For example, many Indian officials are often biased against Muslims and make laws discriminating against Muslims.
Hey guys, what are we talking about? India. Do you happen to know anything about their culture?
Oh, actually, I know a lot about that. Over 2,000 ethnic races live and exist in India. But India isn't that perfect, however. Women make 64 cents to a man's dollar, and the top 1% own 58% of India's wealth. But that isn't the worst part. New Delhi is the second largest city in the world, and it's the last rated for health. It is just, there's so much slums. 11% of people have refrigerators. And to top that off, the sanitary problems are just awful. There's 1,600 people who die of diarrhea each day. 21% of communicable diseases come from a lack of toilets, come from a lack of water, come from a lack of showers. In fact, 700 million people in India don't have toilets. It's just so surprising, and it leads to like a decreased lifestyle, and it's hard to live there. And so if you're ever thinking about doing that, if you're ever thinking about going to India, just make sure you're prepared with water, all that stuff.
Okay, great. That was some really good information, guys. I actually happen to know about the economy, like I said earlier. It's pretty effective, and it relies mainly on manufacturing of textiles, chemicals, and steel, and other goods. Their wealth is condensed into major cities, so the rural areas are less rich mostly, other than some cities such as New Delhi. And their currency is rupees, which are pretty inflated and are worth less than the US dollar. And their economy heavily depends on technology, such as factories and machines, to produce the goods that they trade. And these goods encourage trade a lot because they can trade them with other countries in exchange for other products. I really learned a lot about India today, guys. Thank you.